That type of stuff happens all the time, bro. Money is just money, bro. Loyalty is more. I think it means more. She's not hurt off of it. She said the money, thank you, we did that, but I also paid it back. It wasn't a gift. It was a loan.
But
she paid it back.
She did it on her own, though. I don't think he probably asked for the money back.
He took it back. She paid it back, though. She paid it back. If Kev said, this is for you to have, she wouldn't have never paid it back. I get it. It's your prerogative if you want to step away. I'm not knocking Kevin from not messing with Monique after he gave the check. I'm knocking him for ghosting her, my nigga. Does a friend of over 20 years who looks out for you in your time of need, puts you on his podcast, and then without you even asking, slides you a blank check and says, I got you, sis. Is that not a friend who should not turn your back on that person and ghost them in their time of need? Monique,
I never seen this
Kevin
at
Hart.
all. So it's new
What
to
you
me.
saying?
Kevin Hart. Now, you know when Cat Williams said gatekeepers?
Yeah.
Kevin Hart, I do his podcast.
Yes.
And I want y'all to re-listen to the podcast so you can hear it for yourself. When he first comes on, he says, you're like my mother, you're like my aunt, you're like my sister. Okay? Then we do the podcast. We speak about the Tyler Perry situation. Oprah Winfrey, he said, I don't really know Oprah, but I'm going to reach out to Tyler. I appreciate that. Kevin kept his word. He reached out to Tyler Perry. Kevin Hart called me back about maybe a week or so later. He said, Mo, I talked to Tyler. He said he don't want to revisit it. He said, but I tell you what, let's move past that, Mo. Let's just move past that and let's just do great things. So whatever
That's what Kevin said.
I want you to hear me, Kevin Hart. Let's move past that, Mo. Let's do some great things together. Don't even worry about it. Whatever y'all want to do, I will partner with you. I'll executive produce with you. You just let me know what you want to do. Now, let me say that before we go any further because I want to make sure I give Kevin Hart his proper credit. When my family was up against the wall, Kevin Hart wrote us a check and said, here you go.
Oh. That's that sheet that I like. He wrote her a check in her time of need. That's what's up.
He didn't have to, but he did.
Hey,
that's dope.
Props, big ups. That's a W, bro.
She didn't say she asked for nothing. He said he just wrote her a check.
Respect.
Forever grateful for that. When we were able to give it back, we said, brother, we appreciate you with some interest on top because I don't ever want nobody to think
like
me and my husband.
Oh, they paid it back.
I want to make sure I put that out there. That brother really helped us out when we needed to be helped out. Then when he came back with, I got you. I didn't ask Kevin Hart to do anything. He said, I'll executive produce. I'll partner with you. I said, good shit, Kevin, because we're in a deal with Endemol. And we're trying to get our talk show back. Mo, whatever it is, I got you. Now, Kevin Hart is one of the biggest entertainers right now in the world,
Correct.
right? And was then. We got off the phone with Kevin Hart. We called Endemol immediately and said, Kevin Hart said, whatever we want to do, he got us. He's going to partner, executive use. They was like, oh, this is incredible because when you put Kevin Hart's name on it, you already know what it is.
Correct.
2 weeks go by. We get a call from Endemol. Endemol says, we just got a call from Kevin Hart's manager, Dave Becky. And Dave Becky said, Kevin doesn't want anything to do with Monique. So whatever she told y'all, he doesn't want to do anything with her, nothing. He doesn't want any kind of relationship with Monique.
So what changed between the 2 weeks and plus he gave you a check, you gave the money back, then said he would partner with you, executive produce, whatever you need, Mo, hey, we got you. So what transpired, or what do you think transpired between then, that 2 week period?
Well, soon as we got off the phone and they told us what Kevin's manager, David Becky, said, I called Kevin Hart immediately. I said, hey, baby, we just got off the phone with Endemol, and they said Dave Becky called them up and said, you don't want anything to do with me. He said, Mo, that's a miscommunication. I can tell you right now. I said, wait a minute. Are you okay, though, with this white man calling them up? Getting in between our relationship after something you said. He said, Mo, that's a miscommunication, and we're going to talk Tuesday. Don't worry about it. I'm telling you right now, it's a miscommunication. That was 2 years ago. If you talk to him, I talk to him. I've never talked back to Kevin Hart again.
Oh, fuck. He's a puppet.
He got that call.
He's a puppet. A puppet with money. Money with no power.
I feel like he got that call.
Because as soon as the elite say, we don't F with her.
Yeah.
For real? Okay. Turn your back on your friend.
I think they probably told
Is
him.
it his friend though, Jody? I feel differently about this.
It's your friend if you're willing to just give a check when they ain't asked for it. I don't know how many people.
Right, but now you dry snitching.
I know friends.
But now
I know
you
friends that won't give you a check when you're in need. Even when you're in need, your friend won't give you shit. He came to them and said, "Here you go, I got you," and then promised, "I'll do this, I'll do this, I'll do this," and then ghost you.
Yeah, but this to me,
Still gave him money.
this to me is her being messy. First of all,
Whoa.
these friends here, these friends right here, we share. Nobody is that type of friend in this room. I'm glad to be
Not
friends
anymore.
with Jody. I'm glad to be friends
Yes.
with E-Man.
Yeah.
If all of
Loyalty,
us,
loyalty,
there's
loyalty.
been times when all of us have needed something and we stepped up.
Yep.
But now, Dave Becky is Kevin's manager. What does a manager do?
What that?
Manages your business.
Yep.
He says to Kevin, "Yo, this bigger than you and Monique, bruh. You gonna be the plague. You gonna have herpes times 10 out here and ruin your whole career for her."
Yeah, I was thinking that.
It was a lie.
What do you mean?
The black ball was from Tyler Perry based off a lie. She didn't do nothing wrong.
Here go the thing. She said, "You gonna call this white man?"
Yeah.
Well, who do you think Edamal is? They not white too?
Yeah.
So she called the white man and said, "Hey, I got Kevin Hart." The white people called Dave Becky. Dave Becky said, "No, you don't." And then Kevin, it was like, "Kev, fall back." But for her to give her money and not tell nobody he gave her money, like, "Here, I hope you good," but you still sitting in this. Who do you know need that kind of money for 2 weeks? It ain't no 2 weeks. He give her
What do you mean? Well, who said it's for 2 weeks? He probably gave her
Shannon
enough
Sharp.
for a few months.
Right. So we don't know.
A 2 week period went by between the
She
calls.
said he gave her enough to take care of her family.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
enough money. It was
and
substantial.
she gave it right back. She probably just gave that right back.
Probably
I don't
after the
feel
Netflix
like-
deal. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
But how
think-
was that not wrong by what he did to her after the fact? You said
Because-
you said out your mouth you're gonna mess with her. You're gonna do this. You're gonna do that. And then you let the agent, when she said this white man come between us, is basically like inserting himself and saying Kevin's not effing with you.
That's
well,
the-
I want to hear from Kevin himself. And then Kevin called and said that's a miscommunication.
Right.
The manager, you'd said, what's the manager's job? You're right. The manager's job is to make a successful career for the cast, but it's also his job to listen to what Kevin Hart says.
Right. But you have agency representation. Kevin Hart
That's
is
right.
not.
Those are the
I don't-
puppeteers.
Listen.
that's the people that run him. He's a puppet.
I'm not going to say that, but I will say that there are other people invested. You got 50 people doing their job that work for you. So all 50 of y'all going to get, you got hairstylists, trainers, your wife's friends, your kids. He realized how toxic the situation was. Tyler Perry owns his own studio. Oprah owns her own studio. Heartbeat, even Will Smith's movies didn't kill it. None of them is Tyler Perry. So they still have to listen to Paramount cuts Kevin Hart's checks. Netflix cuts him checks.
You just
The
dropped a
same
movie
people,
on Netflix.
she's on TV saying, "Hey y'all, let's boycott Netflix." Kevin Hart got a Netflix special that he got paid
He
for.
just dropped it. Yeah.
It's different. She's going at the same people that's cutting Kevin Hart's checks and snitching. If he was going, he might have gave her a cool $1 million, like, "Yo, give me that back whenever you got it, or just hold that." She's running and telling, "Yo, Jody, hey man, I know you going through something. Here goes some money on the low. Hold you down, whatever you want to do." And then you calling around Hollywood like, "I got this popping." Kevin might be getting money with Oprah. He might be got a deal in place with Tyler. So like him trying to look out for her is cutting off his nose despite his face. He playing the game very well. She playing the game
By
very
not
bad.
calling her back for 2 years, that's the host shit. Explain why he ain't call her for 2 years. Why did you not call her right after? Why did here's one though that's bullshit, and he's full of shit, because he could have been like, "Mo, this shit run deep, and my pocket's gonna get drained if I F with you."
So she can
So,
run and
sis-
tell that on the radio. She telling everything else. All her private conversations become in public.
Do it in
She's
person.
airing her
You coulda
dirty
talked to her-
laundry.
you coulda talked
She's
to her in person?
So now what's she gonna say?
He
She
could have
already-
said something vague so
He
it didn't
had
make him
to
look
give her
bad.
shit.
He could have said, "I can't. It's gonna affect my career if I do put my name on this, but I will still support you. Give her some money.
You ain't even like her though. Like,
oh, you don't like her?
No,
Is
I'm
that what
just
you're
saying. I'm saying this new growth with
Why did
her
he not
husband and all
talk?
this.
Why did he not call her back, bro? What? Explain that.
Because she running and telling everything. She recorded Tyler Perry.
Come on, bro.
Listen, if he
You let
shit
2
to
years
her,
go by before it's popular now. He should have did it because he would have looked good. He
To
would have
who?
something to say.
He
To-
don't-
He would have
he's
looked good
still-
to
his
black
fans
folks.
is not Monique
He was
fans.
started off looking good to me. I'm a motherfucking Kevin Hart hater.
she's
I
a
heard
narc.
that he handed her a blank check,
she's
and
a
then I
narc.
found out that you freaking abandoned her and didn't take the calls back.
so the
Imagine
money
if-
don't mean nothing now. She obviously, I love him and I thank him for the money, but that's if you talk to him, I talk to him. That's snitch shit.
Not more than
That's
loyalty.
a double agent.
Loyalty means
That's
more than money.
That's a double agent. She
Loyalty
playing
means
both
more than
sides.
money. A friend of me could give me money and hate me in the same time. I know a lot of bosses that play their employees and they can't stand them.
Pay their employees.
Pay their employees.
You know any bosses that give their employees money?
Not employees. I know people who give money to people that they don't like. Just off of GP and respect. Oh, grandma need this. Your stepmama, your cousin, your crackhead cousin just got out of jail and I gotta help him out because I married you. That type of stuff happens all the time, bro. Money is just money, bro. Loyalty is more.
I think
it
it's the-
means more. She's not hurt off of it. She said the money, thank you, we did that, but I also paid it back. It wasn't a gift. It was a loan.
But
She paid it
she
back.
did it on her own though. I don't think he probably asked for the money back.
He took it back. She paid it back though. She paid it back. If Kev said this is for you to have, she wouldn't have never paid it back.
She said he gave
I'm
her a
pretty
lot of
sure
money to take care of her and
I'm
her
sure
family.
Kev was like, here, give it to me when you can.
He probably didn't
And
say
if you
it.
can't,
So-
don't. But give it to me when you can. That's why she gave it back.
She said and interest. She said because I don't want to act like I hold anybody.
And interest.
Yeah, but I think it's
So
like
what's
this.
that,
Like,
what's that
like,
say about her?
I-
She gave the money back. It's not like you just gave me
What
nice
if he
for the
never
loan.
gave it to her? What if he never? He ain't have to give it to her.
That's fact.
That's ungrateful.
He looks more
That's
like
ungrateful.
She just said I want to give him props.
no, that's not. And then talk shit in the same. That's like she
You mean
did
tell
with
the
Tiffany
truth?
Haddish.
You mean tell the truth? He ain't called me in 2 years.
Right.
Don't
'Cause you
say
was
that.
Too hot.
So don't say that then.
You was too hot. She gonna bring his whole ship down.
Yes,
You
she
can't throw
was
the
too
baby
hot.
out with
the
She
bathwater.
was
Now.
too hot based off a lie. I get it. It's your prerogative if you want to step away. I'm not knocking Kevin from not messing with Monique after he gave the check. I'm knocking him for ghosting her, my nigga. You ghosted her. If we're friends, why'd you stop communicating with me? He's that much of a puppet that the people in positions of power said, you gave her what? You trying to do what? EP on what? Cut that off, bro. You ain't talking to her no more. He's that much of a puppet with the motherfuckers up his back. He stopped dialing her number.
Or maybe she was too hot. Like I said,
Too hot
and he
for a
don't-
friend? What does that mean? Too hot. What is too hot? The too hot came off of a lie, bro. She's not hot. She's hot because Tyler Perry said she's hot. And he called the nigga who made up the lie on her. We have the truth now. So we can piece it all together. Kevin said, I'm going to talk to Tyler. He called Tyler. Yeah, Kevin. Monique. I don't want to talk about it. He knows about. I made the lie up about her. Oh, no. Call back. Shut that down. Hey, yo. Kevin's trying to work with her. EP. Shut that down. If you let him work with her, I'm not working with y'all.
But
could
we
be. That
all,
could be.
Kevin
I really
Hart,
think it
even look, we know he's at the top of the field as far as comedy and entertainments go,
Yeah.
but The Rock still gets a bigger check.
Clearly, he has no power. He's a puppet.
He
with
has
no
more power than me.
Sure.
He has more power than most people.
He doesn't have the power that his money sets off. He doesn't have the power that his popularity
There's
gives off.
still people that write his checks. And if she's
Yeah.
in war with
Yeah.
them, I can't go to war with them.
You gotta look at.
I understand that.
You gotta look at it like this too.
Why did he not call her? You're still
gotta-
failing
you gotta
to
look-
convince me of that.
Because she's recorded. Because he could say, listen,
So
I
you think
talked to her.
you think that he believes? Oh, she gonna record me. I don't trust her.
She's dry snitching on Shannon Sharp. That's the same thing.
What do you mean she's
She
trying to snitch on Shannon?
recorded-
How is she trying to snitch on Shannon Sharp? How?
She's dry snitching
On
on Kevin Hart, on Shannon
'Cause he
Sharp.
did her
That's-
wrong.
That's personal business.
These are people
That's
who wronged
family
her.
business. This man
No, that
don't
was
even
business.
know Kevin Hart.
No, the personal check was personal,
Why
and she
is
made it
she
public
here?
to make him look good.
Why is
the
she here?
business was public. They
Why
were
is
trying
she
to-
here?
To speak her truth.
For what?
to get back at people who wronged her.
And if that's the type of person she is, it's like, yo, don't even call her back.
Yeah,
bro.
all right.
Yeah.
I mean,
I look at like,
all right. That's
You
an
ain't got
argument.
nothing else to
That's
say
an
to
argument.
Monique.
Okay, maybe it's wrong. Is it the question? Is it wrong to get vengeance, payback, or just desserts off of people who have wronged you? Are you the big person to be able to get hoed for years and just take it and walk away in the sunset, or are you the type of person to be like, these people shouldn't be here because of what they've done to me. It's wrong, and I want justice.
What does him
Is justice
making
always
his
good?
movies? What does
Why it's
him
called justice?
making his movies have to do with her? He
Because
thought he
she
could do
coulda-
something.
she-
He couldn't do something.
He could have
gave
changed her
money.
life. He could have changed her life.
He
if
gave
you-
her money. A lot of money.
Come on.
You just
we don't know
said
how
that.
much it was.
You look, you
and
just
she
said that.
paid it back.
It wasn't $1,000.
It wasn't enough for she could be like, all right, I'm good.
Whoa.
It wasn't that
He
enough. It
gave
wasn't that
her
much.
enough money to take care of her and her family. She just said that. He gave her enough
Hey, my
money
nigga,
to take care of her
hey,
whole family. You
Holla
she's
at
straight.
me at the right point in life. $500 is enough to take care of me and my family.
That ain't Monique Bills right there.
Nah, bro.
All right. So what if it
Monique
was?
is a
What if it
multi-millionaire.
was
More
what
than
if
a
it
meal
was?
ticket. I
What if it was
guarantee gave her more than a meal
$100,000?
ticket.
What if it was 100,000? That's taking care of her bills probably for a few months.
Right.
All right.
Explain to me how you pay somebody back that's not speaking to you. I can't go to Chase and deposit money in your account.
You know what that tells me? Tells me she paid it back relatively quick.
How?
I don't know. I don't know.
Before she was upset or after? Because she make it sound like it was before.
Yeah.
We
She
don't-
was
we don't know the
struggling.
timeline, so
She
it's
was
hard.
on the Breakfast Club struggling.
Yeah, yeah.
He brought her on his podcast.
Yeah.
This conversation she had was on his podcast,
Yeah.
Heartbeat Radio on Sirius or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now she's saying, and I ain't talked to him ever since. I paid him the money back.
What's that about? What is that about?
I
You
could-
could personally keep a relationship with me and still not mess with me professionally.
It's because she because when they found out all about her, like you said, she's blackballed, bro. She's bad for the brand. Like you said, she's too hot. You're bad for my
get
brand.
that.
Putting that on that, putting my name on your shit that you about to do is going to fuck everything I want to do in the near future. I cannot do that. I can't have that. And that's probably what his manager told him. She's going to fuck up everything you got planned. That Netflix deal, anything else you got planned. The shit you want to do with The Rock, that's done. That's gone. This what you want to do with your family. You want to go buy that island. You want to do whatever. You can't do it. Because as soon as you fuck with her, you're done.
There's a lot of people that say, yo, Jody Joe, man, let me go on your podcast, my nigga. I don't know, man. I don't know. I have no intention to let him come on the podcast because I F with them as friends. But these is motherfuckers that will probably mess my shit up. But I still F with them, though, because I know them.
They not friends though.
Why is that? Because it looked like they were friends when they were swapping money.
It seemed like they were.
He said
what
he came
changed?
on the podcast. He felt bad for her.
A phone call changed, my nigga. A phone call changed
I
it
agree
all.
with that. I mean,
his his agent hosed him so bad he felt the need to call Monique without Kevin knowing and saying, "We're not effing with you. We want nothing to do with you." And I'm saying that on Kevin's behalf.
Kevin, I'm
How
telling
does that
you,
look?
it's career suicide. Don't touch her.
Yeah.
So let me get this clear. You could be one of the biggest professionals in the world, and your manager is hoeing you like that.
Your
That's
manager
that's
is
out of
to
this world.
guide you
Yeah,
to help
And you
you
get
out.
fired for doing some
Your
shit like that.
agents get you
No,
the money.
No, not the agent, the manager. His manager did
You
that.
don't think the agency knew? Blackballed
Yes.
across the board.
Yes.
CAA
He
knew.
works for the
Jay
agency.
Becky knew.
Yeah, if the agency knew.
iHeartRadio knew. Everybody knew. That's why she's blackballed. And that's why she's was
Let me tell you,
blackballed. And
they
she's
found
still
out-
blackballed.
I don't think they would have let Kevin give her the money either. If they
He gave her the money out his own goddamn account.
I don't think that they would have let him do it. If they knew that he was going to give her money, they would have said no. It's a blackball method to get her out of here. It's a freaking agenda.
You mean to
What
make
did
her go
she
broke?
say though? You have to analyze what she said. She is willing. She taking all these arrows.
How was she wrong?
She's
I want you to tell me how she's wrong.
taking all these arrows, right?
Yeah.
What did she say? Did she say I told Kevin? He said he going to executive produce it. She went and called and told everybody. That's like if you sleeping with somebody on the low
Okay.
and they run back
Yeah,
and tell
yeah.
you,
I
got
tell,
you.
you tell everybody,
Maybe-
I
Yeah.
slept with
She
Veronica.
should have waited. She should have held it on that.
They would have found out anyway. Eventually, they would have found out. It would've
Because
been
she
shut
got
down.
a big mouth.
No, she as soon as paperwork was getting done and they ceased, West around the town, it would have got shut down regardless.
You talking about paperwork? She
Anything.
said, I called
EPs talking
Edamon.
to each other. You know, they got a thing going on. Monique and Kevin
She
Hart.
said-
It's gonna happen.
Yeah, she said she
the
was try-
manager would have caught wind. What is this you're doing in January? It says you're going over to January. Oh yeah, me and Monique gonna do something on the show. Huh? It would have came up anyway.
She said
Sad.
she was
You
trying to
know
get
that.
her like her little talk show shit back again, but
It was regardless of what Monique said.
he
it
said
would've
I
been
willing to
this
do
anyway.
whatever for you. You don't know, like he could probably have bad blood with that fucking company.
I'm in the second place, blackballed, shadow realm, shadow banned. When they do that to you, it's hard to get the freak up out. But if I have one CEO or one freaking engineer on my side at YouTube, change my shit around, bro. Same with that. That's what she was. That's what Kevin Hart was to her. Was a way back out. And I don't blame her for telling people, because what happens when you're blackballed and you got Kevin Hart backing you? You tell Mar Vista, you will tell Lionsgate, you'll tell Warner Brothers, I got this thing with Kevin Hart. And oh, you got a thing with Kevin Hart? That's how she could get more money on her own. More of those businesses will probably think about her, give her a job, and she's building her stuff back up. I don't knock her for being excited and saying that I got Kevin Hart on my back.
She didn't say what she was trying to do. He said, "Okay, let me know."
Knock Shadow says, "Sub Jody, Sad, and E-Man.
What's up,
Fire
bro?
topics tonight." I feel like Kevin could have at least called her and told her instead of hearing it from his manager, especially if he offered to partner with her in the first place. Good to see you all. You're absolutely right. That's what I'm trying to tell Sad, bro. The fact that you didn't call her after the fact or 2 years later, like you let 2 years. Well, she said for 2 years, so maybe this happened in 2021.
Maybe.
Because he still hasn't talked to her. So maybe it's been 2 years, 2022 to 2024, 2021, whatever. Bro, like, I'm with you, Knock, bro. The fact, that's the smoking gun for me.
He
Stop
tried
talking
to
to her.
squash it though.
start-
He called Tyler. He gave her money and called Tyler
Calling
Perry.
Tyler was the mistake. He shouldn't have never did that. Especially, I'm pretty sure she said, this nigga hold me. He lied about the Precious. He blackballing me. And Tyler's like, oh, I was. That's
Did she
really
do
effed up.
another movie though with Tyler Perry, like a Christmas movie? I believe she did that shit, bro.
Nah, bro. Nah.
That was the last straw. But that was Lee Daniels was the director.
Yeah, Lee Daniels came out and said he was wrong, but the other ones didn't. Oprah ain't shit, bro. Oprah ain't shit. Y'all think she for black folks? She is the antithesis of black. She is the antithesis of black. And that's a black woman that is freaking sadistic. Sadistic. Taraji P. Henson, Fantasia, all of them scared out of their minds for talking against Oprah. Scared out of their minds. Shout out to the white man, the Jew, Steven Spielberg, for making a fire black movie. You got a white Jew making a better black movie than black people. An African directed, I believe, too. Get that bullshit out of here. That's what happens when you F with Oprah. And Tyler Perry now. I was a fan. He gave a lot of black people jobs. And I liked his movies, god dang it. Some of them was trash.
Liar.
I did. What are you talking about? The Family That Prays is my favorite Tyler Perry movie. Why Did I Get Married? 1 and 2 are great.
He plays it a lot.
I love, yeah.
He plays it
Fire,
a lot. I give you
fire.
that. Plays it a lot.
Some of his shit is trash, but I could differentiate. Diary of a Mad Black Woman's good. The Medea Family Reunion was decent.
The Browns was good too.
Meet the Browns was cool. Oh yeah, with Angela Bassett.
Yeah,
that was cool.
that was a good movie.
Sofia Vergara was in that movie.
Daddy's Little Girl. That was a good movie.
Daddy's
too.
Little Girls, excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Idris Elba and Gabrielle Union.
Oh, girl that played us. Rudy.
I was a fan.
Yeah.
I've never seen one Tyler review on Jody's Corner. 7 years of watching you review movies. I haven't seen you review one Tyler Perry movie on here or react to a trailer. Speak up. You have the floor.
The last Tyler Perry movie that came out was a Medea Christmas. I don't really do Christmas movies.
Obviously.
There was a Boo 2, Halloween. You know, I don't have with those either.
So in the past 7 years, that
You want to
Jody's
look up
Corner,
when's the last Tyler Perry movies that came out?
Let's see.
The shit that came out on Netflix, A Fall from Grace. Taraji P. Henson had a Tyler Perry movie for colored girls. I saw that on Netflix. I didn't go see that because it was for colored girls. You know, that really didn't apply to me. It was all women. I knew it was gonna be, you know, preachy and shit. I pick and choose my Tyler Perry movies, bro. And I can see the trailers. Oh, I like good enough. But I seen the Medea Christmas movie, and that shit was weak. And the Boo 2, that shit was weak too.
Medea Homecoming. That was the last movie. That was on Netflix.
See?
If you do a review for a Tyler Perry movie, you get 200 views.
I don't know. I did a review. What you're right. I don't know. Maybe that's a bad coincidence. Tyler Perry was in Gone Girl, and I praised him in that. I seen Alex Cross. I think I did an Alex Cross review.
I Can Do Bad All Myself. That was a good movie too.
I Could Do Bad All By Myself was another good one.
That was a good movie
A lot of
too.
that stuff
I
is-
don't want to see his movies. I want to see the ones Jody reviewed.
A lot of the movies that came out that I watched.
remember
no damn
A lot of that was
shit.
prior.
promoting or reviewing.
Now, a lot of that was prior
You know
to my
you ain't got no
channel,
review.
bro.
You was here.
My channel started in 2016. A lot of the movies.
So
are-
Tyler ain't made no movies in the past 7 years, hardly.
Yeah, movies like OG Tyler Perry movies, those black type of movies. Like,
So I guess he getting TV money.
why did I get married
But
to? When did that come out?
I think that's her personal business. She could have left that out. Out of all the people she's spewing venom at, he ghosted her. But people get ghosted all the time.
Why do people get ghosted?
She's a pariah.
You said 2?
Yeah. Why do people get ghosted? Why would you ghost a friend?
He didn't say she was a friend. He said he honored her.
That's your thing.
You ever seen him in a movie with her?
Maybe I don't.
He
I don't
ain't got
think
no
so.
movies with her. He was looking out for her because she's
2010.
like Bill Cosby
No
or
channel.
Carol Burnett or Robin Williams. She's somebody he aspired to work with. I'm sure he's seen the Parkers
don't
just
grace-
like we seen the Parkers.
You don't just give lots of money to a person that's not your friend, or you don't consider them a friend.
If you rich and,
And
y'all
they didn't
in the
ask
same
for
field,
it. And then you said he brought her to the podcast. He brought her to his podcast. Went out of
to
his
air
way.
out her grievances.
Yeah, you see that? That's a friend. Why is that not a friend?
Because they have
I'll
guests
bring
on
you
the
on my
every
podcast
week.
to air out your grievances, and then I'll give you some money too to help your life. That's not a friend. Like I said, I
Yeah,
have
but
friends.
he not willing to burn his house down to help.
That's
with-
different. That's different. I understand. I understand when the choice is hard. Burn my shit down for a friend. Sometimes you gotta be like, no, it ain't worth it because I got my own family.
Yeah, he got
And
a lot of family. He got
we
a
get
kids.
it.
Yeah.
But the fact is, you see them. You saw her as a friend because no friends just giving money away like that and then pulling you out, going out of his way to put you on a podcast to get your story out there. That's one thing.
You think it was Cash App? Because ain't no way in the world.
He gave her a check.
Ain't no way in the world you could get somebody $100,000 like that. I don't think Cash App $100 grand.
Probably gave her a check. What does
He
it
gave her
matter?
a She said he gave her a
So
check.
she said she paid him back
with
but
interest.
But that payback needs to be deposited through someone somehow. Your accountant. You can't just.
Yeah.
You
You write a
gotta
check and
see
give
him
him a
to
check.
pay him back. How do you pay him back if you never talk to him?
That she held him.
A wire transfer.
Yeah, you could
You
do that.
can't just wire into somebody's account.
Yeah,
You can
send.
you can
yeah.
wire. I wired. Yeah, you can wire a substantial amount of money. To
And they
anybody.
don't know the money.
I can send you like $2,000 right now, bro.
I have to sign off on that.
You just
No,
need
it'll be
their
in your- it'll be in
account
your
number,
account. It'll be in
and
your
then
account.
you could just wire anybody money. Yeah, with
Yeah.
the account number and shit.
And it just goes in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be in your account. It'll be in your bank account, sitting there waiting.
You could wire $1 million.
Yeah.
You can wire
can't do
$10 million
Not without the person's consent.
if you have their numbers.
Yeah. All you need is your phone number.
Yeah,
Yeah. The money will go straight to your account.
not just phone number. That's some Zelle sheet. The account number, routing, that type of information. And yeah, you can wire a lot of money.
I don't think you could do that no more.
That's how the rich people do it.
I think you have to approve the wire.
You have to approve a Cash App. You got to approve everything. You put a pin in, there's something you could, but I can send you money. If I have your account information and the routing and all that, I can send you money and it'll be in your account. You don't have to do nothing. Be like, where does money come from? Fuck.
You think Monique don't know where to find Kevin Hart?
I had a friend. Remember Bleak? Green Lantern? Bleak? 2 times Bank of America put money in his account from somebody transferring it somewhere on accident. Twice. It was like 1,000 one time and like 1,500 the other. We took that shit out and went to Denny's, nigga.
I bet you I did. He was like, let's get this shit now.
I called it bank error in your favor. Yeah, bro. Yeah,
He
you
said
do that
bank
shit.
error in your favor.
So, bro, I see them as a friend. That's a friend thing, and then he walked away from it. So I don't agree with you there, bro. Like I thought the loyalty over everything. He disloyally did her wrong.
I think it's
in
whack.
my
That,
opinion.
I think it's whack.
He did it
gave
wrong,
his
and
word
he's wrong
and he do
here.
it.
Monique Yeah, I know. Monique gives. Let me be honest. I'm gonna be honest. Monique gives off those needy fat people vibes. You know, you got those needy fat people that want shit from you, always call you, say, "Oh, what can you do for me?" And they be like, "I don't know," but they push. Like, it would really be nice if we could do this and just put all this shit on you. It's like, yo, calm down, chill.
Like, you don't got no.
Hold on, I just want to talk to you to make sure
right.
you're all right. But you talk about business and all this. You're coming on strong. She gives off that energy,
Right.
like she's a lot.
Right.
But that's just her personality. You can't really fault a person for that. Not talking to somebody ever again is saying something.
2 years. Yeah.
Calling somebody.
Let me ask you an honest question, Jody.
Yes. Honesty, I love it.
Do you think, do any of y'all think, this is, I don't know, I'm just asking a question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think he would have made his money back
If he did with
betting
the
on
business,
Monique?
no.
Yes,
You think he would have made his money back?
absolutely. I believe if he did a movie with Monique, bro, a buddy cop type of shit, and did a movie, millions of dollars.
No. If it was Monique by herself and not him in it.
All he's doing is
He
sponsoring.
didn't say
he
co-star.
sponsoring it. He's
He
co-signing.
said executive produce.
Yeah.
He
That
said
mean
we
he'll
involved
pay for
executive
it.
produce. You know his face was gonna be.
He's
in it.
co-signing.
You
That's
know,
it,
you
his
did a
name.
promotion. Yo, me, Nick, Monique. Yo, we got it's coming out December 27th. He would have been in the promotion. Yeah.
Right, but he's already with The Rock, right? He's making movies. Do you
Yeah.
go and make movies with The Rock and then turn around and make a movie with Monique and
No.
get that bread back?
What's the other fat white girl? Melissa McCarthy did it over and over
white.
and over and over and over again.
She's white. He's black.
She's big and she's fat and she's beautiful, right?
and
She
she's white
went
and
from
she's black.
arguing with Tyler and Oprah to then arguing with Netflix and saying boycott Netflix. You remember that?
And she won. 'Cause
She won
was
the
right.
lawsuit.
She was right.
She won the lawsuit in
Yes.
the middle of the Me Too movement.
Yeah.
In the middle of the let's
Now you're
black people shit.
downplaying Monique's W.
No, I'm not.
That was a huge W that was
But-
against
but
her.
what
And
did-
she was speaking out against the Amy Schumers, these white girls who ain't funny.
So how is
She was
it
arguing for black women.
2 nights ago, we just said how you didn't think black people deserved the job because they black. And now tonight, she deserved equal pay. I believe she's funnier than Amy Schumer.
Facts.
Yes.
Facts.
Amy Schumer got how many thousands for her Netflix?
Millions.
How many millions for her?
I believe it was something like 13 around there.
How much did Monique get for her?
They offered her
Fact check for us
they
for
were-
a second.
They offered her
E-Man.
300,000 to 400,000.
They offered her 500,000.
I don't
right?
even think it was 5. It
It
was like
was
3
5.
or 4. It was a low amount.
For one night of work, right?
Yeah, I believe they offered the same to Wanda Sykes as well.
Right. And Wanda says she went to HBO or she went someplace else.
Yes.
It was racially discriminated. They did
Yes.
not want to look bad.
Yes.
That doesn't mean she paid it. Winning an Oscar does not make Monique more funny.
Makes her demand more money.
She's a great actress.
Makes her draw raise up.
She's an amazing actress, but do you feel like her comedy is on the same level? Melissa McCarthy.
I want to hit you with a retort. Do you think that Eddie Murphy got $100 million deal or $40 million deal with Netflix to do a couple of stand-up comedy specials based off his stand-up or his Hollywood celebrity and his movie filmography? Because he did stand-up in, 30 years?
Right.
So what do you think they gave him that money for? Because he's Eddie Murphy, the Hollywood star.
Right, but TV
All right.
stars get different money than movie stars.
So Monique doesn't count as a movie star having an Oscar?
She has one. That was a one independent movie.
Come
That
on.
was an indie movie, right?
Brie Larson got hers off of basically an indie movie. That Room movie was bullshit. A lot of Oscars are given off of indie movies.
Right.
Parasite, the whole Asian team, that was like an indie
But
movie.
Eddie Murphy's movie celebrity moved different. Dave
Yes.
Chappelle is the one person that's not a movie star that still could demand those kind of
But
numbers.
he got movies too, though.
He not a movie star though.
But yes, he is.
Dave Chappelle.
It's on his resume. He's a movie star.
He was like
in Silver
third
Linings
in Men in
Playbook.
Tights.
He was in Silver Linings Playbook, and I think was he in Bradley Cooper's
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, he was.
A Star Is
Yeah.
Born?
He was. He was.
He's in a lot of freaking movies.
Right, but
That was-
he's
that was a-
not
we
the
ain't seen
Or was
lead.
that Chris Tucker?
No, that was Dave. No, that
You
was
would know.
Or was it Chris? It was one of them.
If it was Will, you would know.
Will Smith is a movie star and only a movie star. He ain't no rapper. Like, you know what I'm saying? But he's a rapper, right? It's on his resume.
It was Chris.
It was Chris. Right.
Chris.
It was
Will
Chris
Smith.
what?
It was Chris.
It wasn't even Dave Chappelle.
And A Star Is Born.
Oh my God!
But in Silver
so they're
Lining Playbook,
interchangeable.
in Silver
It was
Lining
Chris
Playbook.
Tucker.
No, he was in Silver Linings Playbook though.
Right.
Reverse
but Chris
it.
Tucker
Reverse
is
it.
a lead.
He was in A Star Is Born. Chris Tucker was in Silver Lining Playbook. So even a better movie. I remember now. Chris Tucker was with Robert De Niro in Silver Linings Playbook, and Dave Chappelle was with Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga in A Star Is Born.
Look at Queen Latifah. She's been lead in a movie. I don't know the movies that Monique was a lead in. And you know what? They are friends because Monique is in Soul Plane and Kevin is in Soul
Yeah, he
Plane.
got her that job.
There you go.
He got her that. Yeah, he did.
Who got her the job?
Didn't Kevin Hart get her that? That was his movie.
No.
Soul Plane.
That was his first movie.
So what's
he
that
wasn't
say?
getting nobody no job.
So what's that say? They were friends.
They were friends. Yep.
20 years ago. Over 20 years ago.
Yep.
How you feel now, man?
What are you looking for?
Does your
Set the
opinion change?
price. How much you spend for Netflix?
Don't.
How did you Google it?
Don't.
though?
Can you go, what? How do you feel now? See, it's sad. Found out the Soul Plane shit. So that's over 20 years of knowing this man, and now we can officially say, and he, as Saddle Ward has omitted, they were friends.
Yes, we can.
Does a
officially say
friend
that.
of over 20 years? Let me write this down again. Does a friend of over 20 years who looks out for you in your time of need, puts you on his podcast, and then without you even asking, slides you a blank check and says, I got you, sis. Is that not a friend who should not turn your back on that person and ghost them in their time of need?
I believe when you give your word, you gotta honor your word. Period. But it looks like with Kevin Hart, bro. Yeah, I agree with the part with the massive, but also agree too. Like, this gonna burn your brand. This gonna burn your brand, bro. And Kevin Hart is the number one thing. He always push his brand. My brand this, my brand that, my brand this. And because of how her brand is, it's bad for business. Now him ghosting her is fucked up. I think that's fucked up. But I understand about your brand, bro. You know what I'm saying? I understand about your brand. Because that'll ruin everything that he got. Everything.
If anybody
that
is watching on Discord, if you guys could find out how much Monique was paid against Amy Schumer, I think I can find that out with just a simple Google search myself.
It's not as easy as you find.
I think so.
13-year feud with Lee Daniels and
Here it is. 500,000 compared to 20 million each for Chappelle, Seinfeld, and 11 million for Schumer. So they offered her.
See how much she won. That's what I'm trying to figure.
Oh
out.
no, that's what I put up. Yeah. That's not public information. That's no. They offered her 500,000 and Amy Schumer was getting 11 million. What's that? 22 times? Motherfucker, 22 times the freaking amount she was getting?
Yeah, that was definitely
she
wrong.
ain't 22 times funnier.
This is why Taraji was crying.
She said 22 times funnier.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Which is out now.
And that's not even Melissa McCarthy.
Right. So yeah, the same thing with Melissa. So now that you know they was friends for so long, does that change anything, or do you still have the same opinion?
Yeah, I think he could have called her.
Exactly. I think that he could have called her without finding about Soul Plane. When anybody gives that money up and then does that podcast thing and then slides you a check when you didn't ask for it, at least give me a call. Heck, shoot me a text. Say goodbye. You know what I'm saying?
Information.
You ghosted me. Imagine you trying to call me and I just never answer, and then years go by. You could be like, that nigga just hold me. Or E-Man. I just stopped calling E-Man, or E-Man stopped calling me. That's wild.
How mad can you be though if they saved your ass before you
It
got
ain't
your
mad,
lawsuit?
it's hurt.
She mad.
Hurt.
She's mad too, bro.
All of it comes from pain, though.
Yeah.
Pain needs to be love, fear, pain, hate, suffering. Let's keep it a stack. Hey, look, so I'm glad we all kind of agree on this, bro. Nikki, even though Monique, I keep calling her Nikki Parker.
I typed, I'm not gonna cap. When I was saying it, I was
still on
typing
my
in the same
Nikki
shit.
Parker
I was like,
shit.
Fuck
Free.
Nikki. I was like, fuck.
And
Monique,
she was big as shit with that big old face.
Talking about, hey, hey, Mr. Professor, hey. That tuck was all out.
Little pig-nosed daughter.